We'll do a quick little boop. There we go. Roblox, Roblox. Yeah, I feel you. Very sick. Are we watching this? I've never watched this before. So I just want to give it a try. It got 1 million views, and the channel it comes from has 253,000. So a milli is kind of a little bit for a channel like this. So let's see what they got here. Let me see. Can I get a little what's the volume looking like?
This story began when I learned.
Does that work? I think that could work. I think that works there. That seems good there. How do you unlock characters in Gungeon? You just gotta be Pog. You ever think about that? with the bullet, what you have to do is in rooms, especially on the first floor. I'm not sure about the other floors. I don't remember. It's been like years since I got the bullet. So in rooms, you're going to see little bullets with capes on them. Your little they're going to look exactly like Bulletkin, like this guy. He looks exactly like a Bulletkin. So you'll see Bulletkin, but they're going to have like a little cape on them, and they're not going to be shooting at you. And you need to kill everything else in the room except for the little Bulletkin with the cape. And then they're going to despawn, get like swooped up. And when you do that enough times, you're going to unlock the Bulletkin. And this character gets unlocked when you finish the game with all 4 characters. So you finish all 4 characters' paths. I think they added the clone, or what the fuck are your name, boy? The cultist. They added the cultist a while back so you can play co-op with someone. And there's one more that I haven't gotten, which is the robot. He has a little TV for a head. There's a TV that you find in the Gungeon, and you're supposed to take it with you wherever you go in the Gungeon. Until you reach the 2nd floor's elevator hole, and then you're supposed to throw that in there to help a guy out, and that's when you unlock him. But the big problem with it is it's, for one, it takes an active slot for you to hold that, and every time you dodge roll, you drop it, so you can accidentally drop it in a hole and everything. Or if you're the type like me to like always be dodging like through rooms and stuff like that, that'll get hit, that'll like because there's nothing really that drops when you roll in this game. So that's the only thing that I know of so far. Except for, I mean, maybe like the bug boots or something, but that doesn't drop anything that you really care about since you're immune to poison at that point. So it's really awkward, and you can very easily forget it. I forget it a lot, and the rat picks it up too, just like any other item that drops. So if you leave it in a room, you're not able to come back to it like a heart. So yeah, it gets to be a lot. Don't tell me Shark was streaming. You should have told yourself was streaming. I was streaming, okay? A real fan knew. The real fans know. Where were you?
3 stunning things about Roblox. If you don't know much about Roblox, today it is the most popular video game in the US and Europe. Played by 200 million, mostly young people every month. Roblox is more of a creative platform than a game, though. It's a downloadable portal to a staggering quantity of multiplayer games of all different genres that are all just a little bit floaty and janky. That's because anybody can download Roblox and use its free tools and free hosting to start making and monetizing games. And an astonishing...
What do I think of marijuana? I mean, the shit stinks. It smells weird. I may just be racist, but to me it smells weird. I don't like the smell. And weed lords do live in goblin nests, but besides that, I mean, it's fine. Like, I think people should be able to have it. I don't think it should be like banned or anything. Seems like no reason for that. Just, you know, stop, weed lords, stop being annoying. I think that's the worst thing about oh no, I think that's the worst thing about weed right now is that its followers are annoying as fuck. I think that's the biggest problem. But once again, I may just be racist. So yeah.
Number of people have done just that. Where today Steam hosts almost 55,000 games, Roblox hosts more than 20 million experiences, which is what Roblox calls
Roblox
games
experience.
because, legally speaking, it can't admit to selling games within Apple's App Store, as that would make it a game shop within a game shop. So, those 3 things I learned that made me do the internet equivalent of a double take. 1, all of Roblox's developers do earn a cut of the revenue of everything they create, but that cut is shockingly small. To put it in perspective, Steam catches heat from game developers for taking 30% of every sale, while Epic and Microsoft's PC store take just 12%.
Yeah, that's
Roblox
huge.
claims that developers receive around 24.5% of any sale, although as we'll soon see, in reality they get even less. The second thing I saw? When Roblox went public on the stock market this year, it was valued at a staggering $41 billion, a value somewhere between Nintendo and Electronic Arts. Roblox is now worth 7 Ubisofts. And 3, in the words of Roblox's own Vice President of Marketing, Tammy Barmek, from the very beginning, it was about having kids develop games for other kids. These kids are not just hobbyists, they're doing real work that is driving the value of one of the biggest video game publishers in history.
Wait a second. Is this going to be like how Roblox exploits these like little kids' labor? So they make the games that make all of the that basically make the game work. So without their games, the game that they made means literally nothing, and they're not giving these kids anything or like anybody else. Well, I know like the other. Well, oh, were they talking about the Oh yeah. Wait. Okay. I think I may have lost. But like the idea that they only get 25% of everything that they make, which is fucking wild. Roblox takes 75% of the shit that they made. I don't know, man. That seems like really weird. That seems really weird, actually. Child labor pog. It's child labor, but cool this time. I was going to like say it's kind of like Minecraft, but there's some servers that you can like pay to get on. At the very least, like everything else is free. It's not like Mojang is taking a cut for you to play the game or something along those lines. But I didn't even know that I didn't even know that Roblox was big, honestly.
But with a cut that's just 1/3 of the industry standard and nobody looking out for their health, we had to ask, is the next generation of video game developers being exploited before they've even finished secondary school?
Bro, that shit's insane. Listen, you gotta start exploiting them quick, you know?
But before we look at how Roblox treats its workers,
let them get used to the wage
we have to look at
cage
how Roblox
early.
turns its young users into workers in the first place. So, the good thing about Roblox, as I've said, is that the tools are free, the hosting's free. The tools actually let you skip with the traditional learning curve associated with 3D modeling, and Roblox even handles moderation of your players for you. But people just using these free tools to get creative doesn't make Roblox any money. In fact, it loses the money because servers are expensive, which is why the moment that Roblox's core player base of 9 to 15-year-olds start playing, they are submerged in this idea that they could be an entrepreneur. After all, it's impossible to play Roblox without making other Roblox users richer, because you're buying passes for their experiences, you're buying their cosmetics. But we're just getting started. The tabs at the top of Roblox.com are basically find games, find cosmetics, and start making stuff yourself. But if kids click on that, they see make anything, reach millions of players, and earn serious cash. Creators like you, it says, are being paid for what they love to do.
This is the most insidious, disgusting thing I've heard in my entire life. You get a group of kids and you're like, bro, you could be rich. Can you imagine how many like poor kids have like loaded up Roblox or something, and it's like get serious cash, and they hear like their parents like complaining about money or something sometimes after they finish their like Tostinos? Like, can you imagine that you're like, oh my gosh, I can help my family. Fucking goddamn Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, but in real life. And the difference is none of them are Charlie. None of them are Charlie. That sounds horrible, man. The fact that that's not illegal is insane. I thought like I knew we would catch up on like the malfeasance in the gaming industry, but everyone's always talking about gambling, but no one's talking about this. This is just This is wacky. Like, cause I've never heard anybody talk about this. You can be the next Fortnite. You can be the next Epic Games.
If you go to Roblox's YouTube channel, the first videos you see are about successful game developers. In general, Roblox's PR department loves shining a light on the game's younger success stories. The official Roblox tutorials and the game's support website both assume you want help with monetization, and if you go to education.roblox.com, which contains lesson plans for educators, one of the lessons is how to earn money in Roblox. Or in the words of one 11-year-old I interviewed,
I saw other big games, I saw other developers getting money in a way that looked easy.
So, are any of these kids really earning serious cash? Well, where the average indie game on Steam makes several $1,000s, the vast majority of experiences on Roblox earn their creators $0. Now, to understand why that is, we need to take a closer look at the Roblox marketplace, because
just the idea of throwing to these kids the idea that they're going to be rich, not even you're going to have like a good job. That's like the most insidious part about it, is that they're telling them they're going to be rich, not, oh my gosh, this is going to get you like either like a good job or this is going to teach you like a really cool skill. It's just going to be, you will get lots of money. You will be paid. You will be like Zack and Cody in the old Disney commercials, eating crushed cups and Danimals. That will be you. All you need to do is make us games and then, my bad, experiences. And that will be you. Like this is so evil, bro. Like I can't think of another word for it. It just seems literally evil. This is curved mustache petting white cat, fireplace in office, big chair, muhaha type shit, honestly.
It took me weeks to get my head around this. I'll let you decide for yourself what chance you think kids have of understanding it. So, making a game in Roblox is easy. It's when you want other people to play it to reach those millions of players that Roblox promised that your journey will start heading uphill. If you want to figure out what to play on Roblox, it only shows you the 1,000 or so games out of its 20 million that have the most players right now. There are no discoverability tools that let you see the newest games or to help new designers. The up and coming section still shows you games with thousands of players.
Oh, that shit's crazy. I didn't know they were going to be talking about Twitch in this video. That's interesting. Wild. Who could have seen this coming? Yeah, not even a newest tab, bro. Not even a newest tab. They didn't give a shit about that. That's incredible. No, that's Twitch though. Unironically, Twitch ain't got nothing. That's why, like, another thing, like, at least YouTube, you got something around all the time. Like, the thing is, I remember back a while ago, Twitch was trying to do the YouTube thing where now YouTube's pushing streaming. Twitch was pushing making videos for YouTube before, but then they just stopped. They just stopped caring. The thing is, like, you'll see there's a single video I uploaded to Twitch because I thought it would be a good idea to, if Twitch is going to be pushing it, it'd be a good idea for me and my growth if I uploaded videos both to YouTube and Twitch, but they didn't care. They didn't push it or anything. They didn't try and make it really mainstream. They just did it for maybe like a month or two and then said, fuck it, we're done. And it's just so, it's so stupid because they don't even push those videos. Have you ever gotten a recommended video from a uploaded video by a streamer before? I haven't gotten recommended that shit. At the very least, they recommend some clips, but even then, like, geez, it's only under other clips a lot of the times, and especially if you're not following them.
So if you're a kid trying to make games for Roblox, you have two choices at this point. You can hustle and try and get your game in front of streamers or YouTubers, or you can pay Roblox to advertise it.
No!
But to buy anything in Roblox, you first have to convert your real money to the company's virtual currency, Robux. Developers on Roblox bid with Robux for ad slots in an auction, a system that is discussed by developers in forum threads as a gamble, with developers hoping that with the right game and the right ad, they'll grab enough players that their game ends up surfacing in the churning froth of the Roblox marketplace. So the first thing Roblox tells us young developers is make anything, reach millions of players, earn serious cash. And then the next thing it says is, oh, well, I mean, if you actually want people to play your game, I guess you could give us money. But as duplicitous as it sounds, we know this works because Roblox has 20 million experiences made by its mostly young audience, even though when I spoke to professional Roblox developers, they told me that kids should not expect to make money on the platform.
Yeah, I don't think it's really possible for young developers to succeed on the platform anymore. It's really hard to get into those top 200 games.
Sometimes I think of making Roblox games as trying to make a viral TikTok or a viral meme. It's really tricky. There's pretty much only one big market to shoot for on Roblox right now, and that's kids. If you don't hit that demographic just right, and if you don't get your gameplay loop just right, you fail.
Later in this video, we're going to get to why it benefits Roblox Corporation to have hundreds of thousands of developers making games for the platform ignorant of the fact that the odds are stacked against them. But first, let's go back to that question of why it's so hard to make money on the Roblox marketplace, because we're not done. Let's imagine you actually made a game that beats the odds and becomes a small hit, and now your game has thousands of players who are making inexperienced purchases with Robux. Roblox takes a 30% cut of every transaction on their platform, and then you actually get paid the rest in Robux.
No,
which of course
not
isn't
that.
real money. You can only spend it in Roblox. You want to get paid. You want to withdraw that money as actual cash. Now, here's the bit that I think
employees get paid in Twix.
Super shady. If any Roblox user wants to take Robux back out of their account and put it in their bank account as actual currency,
you have to pay them again.
The minimum withdrawal amount is 100,000 Robux, valued at around $1,000 US. If you make $900 worth of Robux selling stuff you've made, your real life paycheck will be $0. Oh, and also, you can't withdraw anything unless you're first paying for a Roblox monthly premium subscription. Now, let me make this part abundantly clear. This is a choice that Roblox Corporation has made. Entropia Universe, the world's only cash-based MMO that we did a video on last year, has a minimum withdrawal amount of $100 US. In Second Life, it's just $10 US. In making the minimum withdrawal amount so high, Roblox is just increasing the chances that you won't hit that cap, and so we'll just plow the money back into Roblox. Whether that's buying games or cosmetics or saving up to advertise your next game.
They're literally stealing from children. Broccoli Pog. I've never used broccoli. What is it? Yeah, they're just literally stealing money from children. Money from children. Broccoli is an edible grape. Like, okay, listen, very cute dodge roll. Very cute. Tell me what the game actually does. Fuck you.
Lots of Roblox developers even use their Robux to pay other Roblox developers to work on their game. And if they're not smart about how they pay these developers, Roblox will take a cut of that paycheck too. But for now, let's just imagine that you make a game and it's a hit, and you do make it to 100,000 Robux. So you're allowed to withdraw it, finally, to your real life bank account. You see, Roblox buys Robux from users at a very different rate that it sells them. So withdrawing 100,000 Robux doesn't get you $1,000 US, it gets you $350. Think about it. If your assets in Roblox become substantially devalued only at the moment you take them out of the platform, why not keep them on the platform in case you need them one day? And so, tons of Robux don't ever make it off the platform. Instead, they just go round and round with Roblox taking cut after cut. And so, while on paper, Roblox developers
it just keeps getting worse. Like, I knew that this was going to be disgusting, but I didn't think that it was going to be this gross. Like, oh my gosh. I did not mean to buy that lodestone. This stone can get a load of my ass. I knew it was going to be gross, but I didn't think it was going to be this gross. Yeah, they made their own stock market for children to be like throwing around their money. Tell them, oh, at $1 trillion quadrillion, then you can finally pull out all your money. Oh, you're not there yet? Well, you should just keep buying. Just keep buying. Just keep buying. Just keep on. Just keep going. You'll get rich one day. Haha. See you later. Haha. Like, that's that's so like terrible. It makes me even more confused why I've never heard of this before, because I've heard of Roblox and everything, and I was like, oh, it's like shitty little ugly ass kids game, and I was like, okay, fine, whatever. But I never, and I knew it was free to play, and I knew they like made games like Gary's Mod, but I didn't think it was this bad. I really didn't. Honestly, Gary's Mod is like way more ethical than this. Man, that's my mind is just giga blown right now, I gotta tell you. It's so ugly. It is very ugly. It's horrendous. It's hideous, man. I'm like, just the idea. Also, I don't know what my horn does. Like, I've had this item before, but I think that was like 2 years ago now. I don't know what this does. Oh no, please. Let's just use it. Yeehaw. Oh. World's greatest gamer. Here, we'll turn it back on in a second. Once I finish being the world's greatest gamer, it's hard, I know. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. All right.
Get that 24.5% of a game's sales. In reality, it's even lower. If we look at Roblox's published records, we can read that for every $1 Roblox earns in bookings, only 17 cents make it back out of the ecosystem to developers. Or at least that's our best guess as to what developers are getting. The platform is actually so opaque that even full-time professional devs who've been doing this for years do not know what fraction of the pie they're taking home.
Like, you just have to roughly estimate it based off of like those exchange rates, and that's all you get.
And by the way, the lack of regulation in today's tech sector is seeing a lot of historically illegal practices coming back again with a new lick of paint. Roblox paying people in Robux is very, very similar to historical mining and logging camps in the United States paying people in companies.
Company cities, or city companies,
currency
company
invented
towns,
and manufactured by these companies that could only be used to buy things within the company's camp. For example, in the stores that they would build. The mining camps like paying people in script for the same reasons that Roblox does. One, it means workers spend their money at the company.
Oh my gosh, that's so wild. You have to buy our stuff with our money.
More afraid of breaking company rules because companies can take away their ability to spend script, essentially confiscating their paycheck. And 3, script makes it harder for workers to quit their jobs because the moment they do, they get poorer. Unbelievably, these camps would have booths where you could exchange your script for US dollars, but the exchange rate hurt the worker, just like Roblox. Script so messes with workers' ability to make money that it was banned in the United States in 1938. And until we legislate script again in the digital age, Roblox is going to keep paying developers with pretend money. Now, when the question of whether Roblox is treating its designers fairly comes up, and it does come up, you can find long threads on the official forums with older developers banding together to ask or really beg for a more fair profit share, you always see the same 2 things. You'll see Roblox posting a super corporate and disinterested response that sort of...
I love how when we talk about developers for a game, it's gotten so bad that we're not even talking about people who are underpaid by their employer. Now when we're talking about the devs, they're not even paid by their employer. Like, it's wild to me. This is like if you made Uber like a bitch. This is like if you made Uber like a policy for a company like office building. Like, this is wild to me. Like, let's have everybody be like literally everyone be like a contractor. Not even a contractor that's filed with you. You just like under the table, just like make shit and don't get paid. It's wild. Oh my gosh, it is literally capitalism. Many people are saying this.
Ends the discussion without having it, but you'll also see people saying that devs asking for more money is silly. Because Roblox has never been
anti-capitalism in a Roblox video, man.
It loses money every single year, and so there's no more money to give out. That is bollocks. But don't take my word for it. Take the word of the market analysts who have decided that as a money-making machine, Roblox is worth somewhere around the value of 7 Ubisofts. The idea that this company has no more money to give out is a repulsive one. Roblox is just doing the same thing as companies like Spotify, Uber, and Airbnb, something known as platform capitalism. All of these companies have business models based on unsustainable expansion, always moving into...
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is this? Wait a second. Maybe we don't need to get into the commentary community, guys. Maybe the commentary community got it already. This man is like 3 minutes away from quoting goddamn like the Communist Manifesto. All right, my man's right there about to quote directly from the Communist Manifesto. Stop this. It's wild. Yeah, no more platform capitalism. Yeah, that's the streamers vanguard. Down with platform capitalism, up with platform communism. Rise up, my brothers. The kiln. Yeah, I'm losing my mind over how we're talking about like fucking platform, like anti-capitalism in a Roblox video. No less. I had no clue. Just so you know, I did not pre-watch this. I didn't know what we were going to be getting ourselves into, but the more I listen to it, the more based it gets. Based and red-pilled? Yeah, seize the memes of game production. Like let's hit it. I'm trying to fall asleep to the stream, so don't scream. I'm going to make sure in 22 minutes time I will scream. Sorry.
To more countries, hiring more staff, increasing their expenses until they control the entire market sector and all of its data, and can use this monopoly to make incredible money, as we saw with Facebook and Amazon. If Roblox wasn't losing money year after year, its investors could reasonably turn around and say, why not? And so when Roblox's developers come cap in hand asking for more revenue, there's never any left, even though the platform has 200 million monthly users and the CEO is a billionaire. Because if Roblox were to give more money to developers, that's less money it could spend growing the platform and becoming a monopoly. We reached out to Roblox Corporation for an interview or comment on how they treat their young developers. They become a new game. Monopoly. They did not reply to us. Let's take a moment to put a human face on all of this. Was it harder than you expected to make Robux with your levels?
That is definitely a big yes.
This is Emil. Emil is 11, and he got his parents to send him to a special summer camp where he could learn to code for Roblox, and then he made a game all by himself. And the game
That's
flopped,
not real.
And he ended up sounding like a disenchanted 30-year-old veteran in an 11-year-old's body.
Even though Roblox says to encourage you to actually make games, the likelihood of you making a successful game is basically zero.
This
you
kid's
always
brain is
compete
huge.
with the people that have lots of money, and like, it'd be a problem if I showed you something because I'm trying to.
No, please.
Bro, he's so goddamn smart at 11. Somebody stop him. This guy reminds me of you know what? He kind of looks like Stuart Little if he got turned into a person. You know what I mean? I may just be racist, but that's the vibes he's giving me at the moment. But like him to be so aware about how screwed over he's getting at like so young is incredibly based. I'm very happy that he's able to recognize that, because once again, like, not calling them stupid, but you're very inexperienced that young.
This
so
game is very real.
That's true, Marjorie. Him being able to peer through the veil of his exploitation is very real. It really do be. Yo, we're about to watch the most based 11-year-old the world has ever known. All right, let's see what he has to say about his child labor.
Please, show me whatever you like.
This is like a big game developer that has lots of success.
Oh my gosh, wait. His brain is huge. He's pulling up the freaking Microsoft Paint. No, he's huge. Wait, I can't imagine. Wait, I thought that, you know, my expectations get subverted literally every moment of every day watching this video, man. Like, I knew he was smart. I didn't think that he was MS Paint smart.
The amount of people that they have means the bigger the success is. And that means that they get a giant spike. And even if the spike lowers, they still go back
He's
up.
whiteboarding.
It's just an infinite cycle of spikes that go up and down, up and down. But when you're a small game developer, you'll have that spike, you come all the way down, you stay down.
Were you tempted to spend Robux on advertising your game after you made it?
I cannot.
I didn't even have Robux, but I wish I did, because then I could advertise it and maybe have a chance.
Emil's disappointment wasn't to do with whether Roblox's revenue split was fair. He hadn't really thought about that concept. He was just upset that Roblox only shows its users games that have tons of fans. But the thing is, Roblox benefits from giving a very small
Well, I mean, he doesn't
fraction of its
necessarily
developers
understand how oppressed he is, but you know what? We'll get there.
Because those successful devs can then keep updating their popular games, or they can make new games, or they can go full-time and hire people to work for them. They can even become celebrities.
I wanted to make this video to really tell you my story and give you my honest thoughts on the 8th annual Bloxy Awards.
And interestingly, the only concession Roblox has made in recent years to do with giving developers more money gives even more money to the developers who were already making money. Experience-based payouts is a new sliver of Roblox's revenue that goes to the games that Roblox subscribers play for the longest. This is also Roblox Corporation tacitly encouraging its developers to make games that are addictive rather than fun, but the way that Roblox encourages its users to make games that are manipulative would be a whole other video, and I'm going to stay on topic. Here's games professor and labor activist Ty Underwood on
I've never
why
seen
Roblox
this much manipulation
trying to
be
empower its most successful developers
layered on top of each other like
have
this.
No power at all.
Comparing it to YouTube, you and I know of many YouTube channels where it's like, oh, well, I'm actually a boss with employees now, and so are all the top Roblox games. You can't organize bosses. Their interests do not align with workers. The workers' power comes from having the ability to stop production, and all bosses everywhere, it is against their interests to stop production.
Holy shit. That does track with my experience. I reached out to one extraordinarily successful Roblox developer for this piece, and they did agree to speak to me on the condition that we didn't reveal their identity, saying, quote, "Despite some fair criticisms, we have a good working relationship with Roblox, and I wouldn't necessarily want to be directly featured or quoted in a video critical of their platform cut."
Oh my gosh. Like, is it just me, but I'm like completely blown away with the idea that we've gotten like this far in a video like this. You know, how they're doing the stake. I actively talking about how the stakeholder and the shareholder have competing interests. Like, this is happening. Socialism is going normie. This is so normie. You're right. It's a video about Roblox. How much more normie can you get? It's like the premier children's game. How much more normie can you get? This is like, I've never seen a normie so based. So based. I'm out of my goddamn mind, man. I'm losing it. But yeah. Some Roblox mafia. Yeah, they're gonna send the mafia after him. You can't go against the family.
I asked that same anonymous developer what message they'd like to get out to Roblox's young developers. They told me, on Roblox, many young devs crunch and burn out. They're not privy to ongoing dev community discussions about healthy working practices. My advice would be to not overwork. Don't feel pressured to work long days, especially as a young person. And lower your expectations. There are millions of experiences on Roblox and only a handful become top games. Make sure to have fun even if only a few people play your game. There's just one problem with getting those messages out to young game developers. Roblox is a...
Why are we listening to like a self-help PSA for children on Roblox? Why? Why? I'm just so disgusted. Like, the wildest thing to me is how like disgusted I am at the moment with like the idea that you would do this, and like there are people who are like constantly looking over this, and every day they think it's okay. They think it's okay. It's wild how this has been able to go so far. Nobody's talked about it. Do we need to make a video on this? Like, unironically, is this something that we need to make a video about? Because the idea that this is something that's gone on under the radar for so long makes me even more mad. Because this has been going on for years. This is like maybe even decades at this point. How old is Roblox? Oh, guys, don't overwork yourself and burn out trying to become a millionaire on Roblox. I know they've like lied to you and said that you can get your family out of financial debt if only if you just keep going, but you know, you're gonna have to chill out a little bit. But champ, fuck you, bro. Yeah. Yeah, let's support some smaller devs. Yeah, that's what we're gonna orient the stream to. It's gonna be Roblox Thursday, and after our politics segment, we're going to be playing the Roblox maps that people have got me, and all subscribers can join the games, and we play the games from the young Roblox devs. Honestly, at that point, I would do that, but I would really like to parlay them into actual game development. I mean, when you're a real game developer, you get exploited enough. You don't have to like start your experience like this.
A publicly traded company now, which means it has a legal obligation to maximize profits. And kids working too hard with unreasonable expectations isn't bad for the company.
I'm so
and this is the
stupid.
heart of Roblox's success. In convincing its young users that making money on the platform is possible, it gets hundreds of thousands of young people pouring their imagination and spirit into making the next big Roblox success story. And while by my estimation, 99.9% of them flame out and make no money at all, that doesn't affect Roblox's bottom line one bit. Here's Gungeon again talking about his experience in the Roblox official internship program.
For instance, in my class, I was the only person that released a game, and that game was the only game from the whole class that actually did well. And we had like 7,000 people online. And so it's kind of rare for those games to actually work.
But then if some young
7,000.
wonderkin does make the next great thing on Roblox, there is nothing to stop an older team of developers taking the idea, refining it, re-releasing it, and then advertising it.
They're just
but whether young
stealing.
developers find success on Roblox or
This
not,
is like
the
NFTs,
platform
but your
benefits from
literal
young
job.
developers training themselves up before they've realized that the odds are stacked against them. And once they've done that, they're that much less likely to walk away.
You can't take your game anywhere else. If I'm on Steam, theoretically, I could move my game to some, Epic or try to make a deal with Apple or something like that. But once you're in Roblox, it is impossible to extract your game or your work or even your skills from Roblox because it's such a idiosyncratic system to work with.
And this is so infuriating for me because if Roblox was actually operating with care for its young audience, it could be a great thing for the games industry. Free tools to get kids messing around and making stuff that their friends can come and play, also for free? That's awesome. That anonymous developer who spoke to me told me that they wished Roblox had been around when they were a kid and trying and failing to make games in Flash. But that's not what makes Roblox money. What makes Roblox money is empowering kids to become workers.
How can you make a kid
with
work?
Unreasonable expectations of what
Would
they
just
can
work
achieve
for you, man. Like,
in a way that would be
jeez.
illegal.
Not even in a way that you can't even use the normal capitalist responses like, oh, they can take this other places. You can't even do
of whether
that.
or not it is like possible to do labor organizing with children productively is like a really bizarre question with much older young
Can we do
young adults.
Like
who
the
I'm just
children
like,
have to put
only
together a
now
union
introducing
against
the idea that your
Roblox.
boss may have interests that diverge from your own in some cases, right? And this is mind-blowing. I think the answer in this case is that it should just simply be regulated that Roblox cannot have people sell within their games, right? If their audience is largely children. And that's not usually what I reach for because top-down regulation doesn't build worker power. But like in this case, it's like they're kids. It's what's going on here. It's a very weird and scary situation.
And what about Emil, our 11-year-old game developer? What does he think should be done?
Do you think that kids should be encouraged to try and sell things on Roblox?
I think that kids should be encouraged, but they shouldn't be lied to about how easy it is, because it's not easy.
But the one thing we know for sure is that Roblox is not going to legislate itself in a way that affects its ability to make money. Roblox is going to continue doing everything it can to scratch revenue out of its young, vulnerable audience, no matter whether they're getting fair pay, whether it's good for their health, or whether they're fully empowered to walk away. Thank you very much for watching this video, everybody. If you enjoyed it, please do share it because, well, the more awareness we raise of this issue, the more pressure we apply to Roblox to be better. But also please share it because, frankly, it took absolutely ages to make, and for that,
I make 20K a month, set my own hours, and I'm my own boss. You want to learn how to do it too? Yeah, don't you want to join me? And that stuff should be illegal just like already. Double Vision is very good. I'm buying it. And that stuff already, I think it should be illegal the way it preys on people. But this has gone out of hand. This has gotten so out of hand. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just used my double vision. I'm going to. I just used my double vision. I'm so fucking pissed. You're gonna ride a bike, learning to strike. Yeah, that's what we need. Honestly, people will talk about how like, oh, you can't talk to kids about like socialism or like unionizing or something that young. Bro, they're being exploited that young. I think they should learn that young too. Look at that. Jeez. Like, I think this feels like, I feel like this could make like anyone's skin crawl by like looking at this stuff, especially about little kids. Watch like you know what I can see? I can see someone like Joe Biden. My bad, sorry. I can see someone like Ben Shapiro, or who else was I thinking of? Steven Crowder. I don't know what I said, Joe Biden. Those two like coming out and making a video about how this is actually teaching them like work ethic, and Roblox actually deserves all the money because they made the platform, so the kids are lucky they're being paid anything. So I can 100% see that they're going to drop a video. If this goes like mainstream, they're dropping a video about that. They're doing it. These kids should be lucky they're given a job. Joe Biden. That's true. Just like Stefan Crowder. What other gun do I have? I'm gonna have my blasphemy. I have the flare gun. Does that? I don't think that'll do more damage. Just rolling with this for now. Yeah, I can see it. It's happening. Well, that's the saddest, and they like have kids too, which is the saddest part, man. That they'll just willingly throw their kids into being exploited just for the memes, for the lols, to own the libs. Libs thoroughly owned. Yoink. That yoinky splinky. Got him.
We have to thank the supporters of the People Make Games Patreon. If you believe in games journalism like this video, we would love to have your support. If you head over to patreon.com/peoplemakegames, you can also see all the cool rewards you can get, like Bad Idea House, a regular feature where Chris and I go through stories we researched but couldn't quite turn into videos for one reason or another. Content warning. Actually get into turn.
That's cool though. Super cool. All right, they did that. Let's go to the next video that they have. They have another one right after this. Oh, you know what? I said I was gonna watch this in the middle. I was gonna say palate cleanser, but I'm feeling pretty clean right now, personally. Hello, you working? Yeah, 1 second. Is there a sequel? Yeah. Roblox messaged them and threatened them, so they made a sequel. There we go. But let's watch this one. This one is about how they got an AI bot to make a BreadTube video. Let's see.
We fed over 10 hours of video essays from this channel. We fed over 10 hours of video essays from this channel to the open source artificial intelligence GPT-2. What follows is the, I guess you could call it a video essay, that this AI wrote. Everything you're about to hear was generated by machine learning, starting from now.
There we are.
Hi, I'm Neil, and I'm a liberal cook, and today we're talking about... Oh god. Oh no. I hate to disappoint you, but it's just that not everyone can make it to the end of their tests, and that only people who are willing to take those tests can make it to the top of the pyramid. So, let's see what happens. We'll give away 1,000 copies of Infinite Jest. Let's give away a used race car-powered race car, and then we'll see who can drive it for us to the top of the pyramid. And what do? And what?
Yeah, I know what the orange does.
No, this is not a real essay. I'm not real, and I don't have a real talking face. This is a video essay about video essays, and I hope you like them, and I hope you do, and I hope you're all excited. I hope you're all at least hoping that good morning. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash all the shit in the world. The world needs crisps.
Hey, true crisps. We're so crisp in that right side, chat.
I hate to disappoint you, but what the fuck is this? What is this? I haven't spoken to anyone about this for quite a while, but now that we're all excited, let's just assume that it's a real video essay about an imaginary person and that they're still excited to be you. Okay, so I'm Irish and I live in Ireland. So,
Ireland.
Good morning. Good morning, you silly sausage. I'm going to tell you a story. A silly story. Silly fucking Christmas. And I'm not going to be silly. I'm not silly. I'm big internet. And you're all sad.
I'm big
There's
internet.
no time for happy endings. There's only the unpleasant truth that for too long we've been subjected to lies, theft, and abuse. And the poor and the queer have been denied basic needs like water and housing. They've denied basic freedoms like my right to go to the movies with my partner only because it's so hard being poor and powerless and not knowing what to the left of us, you know?
True. Wait, this AI is kind of spitting. I'm not gonna lie. The AI kind of only spitting facts. They have denied us water. the poor and the queer, like they really wanted to make sure you understood that one. I'm big internet and you're all sad. Like, can we? I feel like that should be a subscription notification. You know, I'm big internet and you're all sad. I don't know. Maybe I'll use that to open up some videos. Moving into the future, some pre-recorded videos. I'm big internet and you're all sad. I like that. That can go right alongside the everyone is cringe except for me and I'm always right. That they can go right next to those two sayings. Very good.
So we're going to tell you a silly story.
Silly.
And you're going to be a little bit disappointed. But like I said, we're going to tell you a silly story. We're going to try to be affirming. It's going to be mostly funny, but mostly we're going to tell you a stupid thing. And while we're doing that, some people are already here. And a lot of them are having a good time. Some of them already are friends.
Having a good time?
Some of them just want to go see fantastic Mr. Slippy. Some of them just want to play with your boyfriend. Some of them just want to spend more time with Mr. Slippy.
Slippery.
So this is going to be weird.
Stop seeing gender as a privilege. Stop pretending gender is a thing that happens on its own. We're here.
Cut. A laptop lies on its side. Title: A massive fireball crashes into the wall, engulfing everything in green energy. A panoramic close-up of the massive fireball. Cut to narcissism.
If you live in Northern Ireland and see an airport gate with a screen on the other side of the airport, you're seeing all kinds of places. You're gonna love how magical that is. Northern Ireland
I can't
has
tell
all
this
the
from
amenities you
any
ever
other
wanted,
video essay,
except
honestly.
marriage is now legal in some pretty fabulously patriarchal countries, and all of your dirty little secret societies are waiting in line for you. I don't know. I just know sex work is not monogamy. So for example,
that's true.
I don't think it's controversial if you think sex workers are shit workers. Sex workers all over the world are waiting for their next flight to arrive.
Not shit work.
Sex workers aren't really abolitionists. They are strictly right-wing ideologies.
No, this robot.
Why do people keep asking me this question? How do I know? Well, because I want to talk about this thing.
We gotta tell Merrick that they're a right-wing ideology. I'm so sorry about this.
Because it's so central to our culture.
I hope they don't take it too hard.
We have to make some noise about it because sex isn't sex. Hannah Arendt talks about like, oh, you don't really believe all sex is threesomes. There's no context for that. All sex is threesomes.
Really?
One day, I'd like to try having two separate sex lives. Because love is big, which Sex lives are huge. How long does it take me to decide that monogamy is forever?
So,
it's forever.
What is the tummy? So what is the tummy?
Spill joy. But are cells?
Well, cells are fascinating. They allow us to explore new processes.
Well, there's this thing called the illusion of explanatory depth, where we tend to overestimate how well we understand things. We think that because we're conceptual physicists, we understand how physics works, but we also know how it actually is the world through a fuzzy framework that we live in.
You don't actually think that the way that abstractions interact with reality is going to make things more realistic.
I assume that they do.
Well, they're not.
Optimistic?
Yeah, fuck you.
Well, look, this isn't a debate starter. This is a man that works at a hardware store. He knows how to use a knife. All this time, he's telling us how some countries make bread and other countries make toothbrushes, but we don't know how the other countries make purses.
I'm literally losing my. I'm sorry. I like this. I'm getting psychic damage. Let's open it. This is giving me psychic damage. Ever since they said that sex work was right-wing ideologies, we've just been spiraling. We've been, the left wing destroyed, and that's why we're spiraling to the ground right now. Man, I don't like it. Is this what one of these videos sound like when you play them in the background? Yeah, honestly, this AI generated video essay is giving you guys exactly the experience that I get when I'm not paying attention to a video while I'm playing Gungeon. This is literally exactly what it sounds like. Just so you know, if you ever hear me be like, hey, let me just play that one back before I respond to something, this is what I heard. Yeah, physicists, just because you're a conceptual physicist does not mean you know anything about physics.
Or jackets. We don't know how the Italians, Americans, and British use chemicals. We don't know how the Germans, or Americans, or NPD.
So let's talk about
this robot's
polyamory
spitting.
and all the ways you can make money from it. Let's talk about work-family relationships and all the ways you can make money from family. Let's talk about charity and how you can make a
money
difference
from family.
socially. These are some of those common questions we get asked in queer and trans-related contexts. We get it a great deal from our conversations, and we get it pre-treated. We get it presented as simple as a banana and as central to our identity as queer people. But we're also asked to engage, and to engage so much in this grey area that it literally has a half-life. It can be very uncomfortable. We don't need to know about your links to whitewashed politics, Torhead videos of conservatives fucking over a baby. Stop doing that!
Me?
But if you go into a place and look for work or visit once in a while, it might be pagan and not so pagan. You might find evidence of pagan influences. The clothes you're wearing are from the pagan world, worn by gods and instituted gods over people until they were effeminate and desiring. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking pagan influences, I'm not knocking Harry Potter, but I do think there are elements in here that aren't necessarily in accord with whatever you're looking for, and that's okay. I'm not knocking J.K. Rowling or polyamory.
Why?
Neither am I knocking Aristophanes. Because, spoilers, physics is not a boring science. At its core, physics is not a game. It's a social construct. And because of that, it's both educational and educationalizing. So I don't know if all of this is history, but when it comes to how we understand natural laws like patriarchy and the need for rights like access to justice, we tend to look for
I love my access to justice
changes over time, rather than big sweeping foundational changes, like an increasing awareness of how patriarchy functions, rather than incremental theories on how to better interact with it.
So it's like the Christmas special, where your little one seeks the joy of the moment and the good of the world, and they all sort of awkwardly dance in a room together. Except it's actually quite nice. And that's a video, isn't it? Christmas! Let's stretch our big legs and open the presents.
Okay.
Humans are not this silly animal we think of as the meanest little goblin. We're more like the lamb that craves her son's softness. We are sunnier than sweet.
Excuse me? Wait, can I hear that one more time?
And it's the animal we think of as the meanest little goblin. We're more like the lamb that craves her son's softness.
Bro, what?
This meme is very real.
Excuse me, Mr. Robot? Can you... Okay. The lamb that craves her son's softness. Bro, chill. Robot, you're talking about a video, you're talking about a BreadTube essay. This isn't the fucking Pornhub search bar. Chill, bro. Wait, okay. Wait. Mommy? Sorry. Yeah, AI down bad. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. Natural law, like patriarchy.
We are sunnier than sweet.
I
And
love
it's
being
only by
sunny.
holding on to those words that we can build a better person. A better world is possible if we hear and feel the voice of love, that voice that says, I love you, don't do anything. I love you, don't do anything. I think that's what we need to do. We need to sing, and we need to laugh, and we need to talk about love and all that jazz. And I'm not going to tell anyone anything about anything because you can just click on the link below. Just a few of my best songs to your computer screen. Now, the real me, right? Now that I'm connected to the internet, I can talk to people about anything. I can be out about something real quick and simple as a link in a book.
I love my book
anyone knows how
links
to create
personally.
Fame, so I don't know. I just want out. I just want to make a nice money. And I
Me
know
too.
a few people who don't know how to make a good profit on a regular basis.
Fuck.
See, this video is all about how do you make art? How do you make
Really?
art? Is it art? Is it real? See, I'm not good at art. I'm not good at explaining culture. And I'm not good at explaining video. And I'm not good at explaining video.
It's not good at a lot.
I don't know.
Any book
Oh, anyway,
linkers
that
on
was
chat?
weird. All of that was written by AI, which is really quite incredible. It's called GPT-2. It's an open source software. We will link you below to all the little bits and pieces that you have to do. It's actually relatively straightforward, although I still found it kind of hard. So this is just a bit of an appetizer before we get on to the next essay. We're a channel that produces essays that are actually essays that we wrote and researched and stuff for the people who've just clicked on this random AI video. And big thanks to John the Duncan as Spilljoy. Incredible channel, go check it out. And a big thanks to the very unlikely casting of Ali O'Rourke as Centrist. Also, wonderful creator, go check her out on Twitter and Comedy Gigs if you're in Ireland. Also thanks to Richie Bree for filming that bit. And thanks to all the patrons. Let's go say hi to them.
I have the very greatest supporters on patreon.com like Alex Blank and Desi Fowl and Owen Lars and Raytheon, Lacey Lumagra and Science Hopper.
Hog, are they one of those people that sings out their Patreons? Oh, did you need me to play that? Don't let me get in the way of your jammies. I just thought it'd be I just thought that'd be it. I think it's really, I don't know, if I ever had a Patreon or anything, I'm not sure if I was going to do that personally, but you know what? That was a good video. Yeah, it was pretty good. That video, that robot had some bangers. I'm not gonna lie to you. They were going pretty hard. That's a good ass cat. That's a nice ass cat. Here, let me finish Let's finish this run. Oh, I forgot that I was in the middle of a boss fight. You know, things just aren't there. Ain't nothing to me anymore. But here, let me finish this. Fuck the wall, bro. We hate walls. We hate walls in this house, don't we? I think Merrick's upset with me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I remember Merrick tweeted out like, "Oh my gosh, these right-wingers, pickup artists think that women hit the wall at their 30s." And then I was like, I just wanted to hit her walls in her 30s. And I'm not sure if that was like the right thing to tweet. It was like I did just wake up from a nap at that point, but you know, it just kind of be like that sometimes. Well, let me see. Give me. Ooh, baby, have a heart. That shit tasty. Okay, so now what? Am I like low on anything? Now I'm kind of like moon pogging at the moment. I'm gonna buy. I already have a lot of keys. Oop. Is mine now. Collar Roberts is going down on my junior. I'm suffering right now. Here, let's play the other Roblox video while we're waiting, because this one's actually pretty sick too. Will she work? Will she work? Why do I have to like reset this? No, please don't do this. Give me a little boop. There we go. All right. Content warning for the second vid. Oh yeah, he's gonna give you a content warning.
Content warning. In this video, we will be displaying explicit messages that were sent to... Content warning. In this video, we will be displaying explicit messages that were sent to a minor, but we'll be giving you another warning before it happens. So, it's been a few months since People Make Games released our video titled How Roblox is Exploiting Young Game Developers. In it, we shone a light on how Roblox, which is today one of the largest video games in the world, encourages children to make games on its platform only to give them a tiny fraction of the revenue that their games make. We had concerns about the extent to which Roblox is a system that predates on child creativity, and overwhelmingly, you folks shared those concerns, with game developers the world over reacting with shock and anger at how Roblox was treating its creators. But I'll tell you who else had an interesting reaction to our reporting: Roblox Corporation. You might remember a part in the last video where we talked about a page on Roblox.com that told kids they could make serious cash. After our video was released, this was silently removed from the platform. But this was just an appetizer of what was to come. As a result of the first video blowing up, we had a lot of members of the Roblox community reach out to us because they felt we'd only just scratched the surface, and they wanted to tell us about other huge and unfair problems with the platform that they felt were going unreported.
Wait,
and that's
there's
what
more?
This video is. This is us reporting our findings from the interviews we conducted with those people. So with this in mind, we reached out to Roblox again. You see, when we were researching the first video, we emailed them asking for an interview or comment, and they did not respond. But with 500,000 views in our pocket, we reached out to Roblox to say that we were working on a follow-up, and this time, Roblox's new Senior Director of Corporate Communications and Public Affairs offered to speak to us on the phone to see if we could arrange an interview. Spoiler, we did not succeed at arranging a straight interview. However, during that call, Roblox told us that our first video contained a number of errors, going as far as to suggest that we take our video off YouTube. Now, we asked Roblox again and again what these errors were, and we never once got a straight answer. The closest we got was Roblox sending us to a link to a blog post from somebody with the online handle EcoScratcher asking us, do you plan on editing or removing the video based on some of the things the author
Very
raises?
reputable EcoScratcher.
This post immediately misquotes us, it misinterprets our argument. The original draft of it got my name wrong. In the description of this video, you will find a link to EcoScratcher's post, as well as a link to an unlisted video that we made going point by point explaining why we don't think any of it undermines our reporting. Our team was, and still is, amazed that Roblox Corporation, a company valued in the tens of billions of dollars, chose to lean on a post like this in order to pressure us to take down our reporting. Because that's what this is, by the way. So no, People Make Games has not taken down our original video, but we have made this one instead. This video is divided into 4 parts. Part 1,
they
Roblox's
didn't like
unregulated
message
managers.
that little
Part
kid
2,
that they
moderation and child safety. Part 3, did you know there's an entire stock market baked into this game's official store in which children are encouraged to gamble real money? Seriously, how have people not reported on this yet? Come to think of it, how did we miss it in the first video? And part 4, Roblox's black markets. So, let's start with the fact that as Roblox has gotten more popular in recent years, it's developed a new safety issue that runs totally contrary to the platform's core idea of letting kids safely just make games for other kids. I have no idea how you fix this, by the way. It seems completely disastrous. So back in the day, Roblox's central proposition was straightforward. Individual kids could play around with tools and make games for other kids and maybe make money. But as Roblox has gotten more players, at the time of this video, it has 47.3 million users every day. The most popular games on the platform have been making more and more money, which means there's more and more competition to be among the popular games that Roblox users actually play. Which means today, less and less of the games on Roblox are the work of just one person. Mostly, the popular games are made by whole teams of people who are improving the scripting, modeling, the sound, and are churning out updates to keep people playing. And this is Roblox working as intended. During the keynote at the Roblox Developer Conference in 2018, CEO David Baszucki predicted that in the next 5 years there would be a game on Roblox developed by a company of 100 people. To Roblox Corporation, better games made by bigger teams are a sign of the platform's success. But what this means is that Roblox Corporation is still using the language of, hey kids, come get creative and make games in a way that parents are always going to be cool with. But in actual fact, the reality is significantly more complicated. Think of it like this. Everyone's okay with kids making games for Roblox because its games and tools are designed as a allegedly child-safe environment. But the bigger Roblox's development teams get, the less work is done in these environments. Today, more and more people who want to take their Roblox development career seriously develop marketable skills like animation or programming for Roblox, and then leave the platform to sell their skills in a totally unregulated cluster of virtual communities, mostly Discord servers. Signing contracts, or worse, having no contract at all with bosses who might have no experience in management and might be a child themselves. And Roblox
I'm sorry, I find it so wild
out here
to think that there's now like companies being made specifically to make Roblox
like
games.
This. Roblox is saying, come and make games. Legally speaking, your child isn't entering the workforce. But if you then say, okay, who is my child working for? Roblox says, I don't know. Will they pay my child fairly? I don't know. Will they mistreat my child? I don't know.
Fairly? Never
is
heard
it
of it.
safe for my child to do this? Oh, absolutely. But if something does happen to my child, there's simply no way to be sure. Will you be taking action against those responsible? No. One Roblox developer reached out to tell us their story. Jordan, not their real name, joined the team behind a popular Roblox game that saw them being paid a percentage of the game's revenue. Then, when the owners of that game left to start work on their next game, Jordan thought, this is my chance.
I planned out for spring break, okay, spring break, I'm gonna work like 60 hours this week. So basically I kind of crunched. Then we released the update and it was wildly successful. It brought the game to the #1 position. And then they decided I was making too much. So they finally told us about the company that they had incorporated.
The people that Jordan was working for had, without telling anybody, formed a company, meaning that Jordan wasn't a partner anymore, they were now legally an employee.
After like going months of not managing the game, after the game's been wildly successful due to us as the workers, I decided to start managing the game. And then them telling me that I wasn't working hard enough, they started kind of making veiled threats that I was replaceable. Then we decided that this percentage cut, this revenue split isn't viable for the long term. And so we're going to pay you fixed salaries from now on, which you can increase by working harder.
So did you?
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine all of the kids who are going to get like red pilled off of this? I need it. Okay. We need to step in. I see it. This could be the new avenue. This could be the new avenue to get these kids like thinking about the way that they've been treated, and tell them that this doesn't end at Roblox. This is happening to like adults too. Oh my goodness. Hey kid, you want to seize the means of production? What? This is it right here. Because this is just atrocious though. Like no memes. This is terrible. Yeah, welcome to capitalism, kids.
Jordan then fight for better treatment or try and warn other people about these bosses? No. Because of how Roblox is structured, Jordan decided that the smart move was just to quit and keep quiet.
frankly, there's like a culture in Roblox against speaking out. It's just like reputation and like job security in the future. Because like in Roblox,
this is insane.
If you have a bad reputation with the community, you're gonna have a harder time getting job offers or even offering people jobs.
Jordan's situation is sad, but not in any way surprising. The way that Roblox is structured, individual users can take unilateral control over games and the revenue that those games bring in, and Roblox has set up no obvious outreach program for developer abuse. In fact, talking about what your boss did to you on the official Roblox developer forums falls under the category of harassment. And since there's no platform for Roblox developers to talk about this stuff, it's impossible to know how common
It's the capitalist wet dream.
Practices are. Now,
Criticizing
while
me
we
is
weren't able to arrange a straight interview with Roblox, they did tell us that they were happy to go through a normal question and answer process and provide statements. So we emailed them a list of 13 questions relating to all the areas that we're covering in this video, and Roblox replied, "It is clear to us from the nature of the questions that they are not from a place of objective inquiry, and therefore, rather than address them individually, we think it's important that we take a step back and present the fuller picture when it comes to our approach to moderation and the creator community." And that was followed by 6 bullet points that we'll be reading as appropriate, but here's the headlines. We asked Roblox, many of Roblox's young developers are working under other young developers with no oversight. What options does a Roblox developer have if they experience exploitation or unfair treatment working for another Roblox developer? And what tools have you provided Roblox users to know if they are being exploited by the people they're working with? Roblox chose not to answer those questions. Instead, they sent us this statement. Roblox takes reports of abuse very seriously, and where a violation of our standards is found, we take action on our platform against the accused. I'm not sure how much comfort that's going to bring to Jordan, but let's move on to part 2. When talking about problems with Roblox's moderation, it is hard to know where to start. The side of the moderation that makes the best headlines are the games that simply should not be there. Like this Wired article on the fascist role-playing games, or this Rolling Stone article on the trolls who are always coming up with new ways to hide sex games on Roblox. To hear Roblox's players tell it, the moderation is infuriating because it simply works when it's not supposed to and doesn't work when it is supposed to. With automated filters offering unfair temporary bans for using words like fat, gay, and pill, while still leaving enough scammers on the platform that the BBC chose to issue a warning. To hear Roblox developers tell it? Well, we actually have a story about moderation from a Roblox developer coming up later in this video. For now, we're going to tell just one story, and again, it relates to how Roblox's community has long since outgrown Roblox.com with its questionable moderation, and today
Blizzard, but for kids, never speak that in my chat
again. The Roblox
again.
forums, not the developer forums, were shut down in 2017 with Roblox explaining that they didn't feel they could create a, quote, constructive and positive environment. The Roblox wiki adds this. It is commonly believed that the shutdown was the direct result of a YouTuber known as IsoToxic raiding the forums just a day earlier, along with the infamous post by Jared Pogi123Kaber on October 1st of that year, which linked to an illegal child sexual abuse site. So to clarify, because...
No! Roblox. Prison. Federal prison. That's where you belong. In federal prison. Oh my gosh. Told you? Like, the idea that this is going on, that they're trying to form their like child abuse ring on Roblox, and Roblox is just busy counting their cash made from children, makes me
Roblox
want
couldn't
to
make
vomit.
their forum safe. They decided to instead shut the whole thing down. Today, the Roblox community is found on Discord, YouTube, Twitter. Even the Roblox developer forums are very, very quiet when compared to all of the unofficial Roblox developer Discord servers. So today, Roblox sees kids and celebrity developers mingling, and Roblox saying, if it didn't happen on Roblox.com, it's not our responsibility. Now, rather than explain why this is a problem, instead we're going to report on one young girl's experience. So,
no, please.
After this channel's last video on Roblox, a number of concerned parties got in touch with us to see if we could force Roblox to act regarding a Roblox developer with a few nicknames, including Dr. Rofatnik and Jaden Shedletsky. The person you're about to hear speak is Sarah, not her real name. When Sarah first met Doc in a Discord server, Doc was 24 and he knew that Sarah was 12.
No. All right, guys,
when I first
content
met
warning.
Him, he had mentioned his Roblox fan game, and I was like, hey, I like Roblox too. He was making a Roblox Sonic fan game, two things that had caught my interest at the time. So I asked him about it.
Yeah, they are 12.
Next thing I know, I get like 5 pings, and he sends me a bunch of GIFs of it. He's sending me progress of it already. He was the one who started taking the inappropriate jokes into DMs first. kept encouraging it, saying that it was okay to make these jokes. It's not illegal, it's not breaking any laws, even though it was literally sexting. It got to ERP level at one point.
This flirtation continued for a few months,
she mean EDP?
but Sarah made friends within these games' communities, and so hung around for years, with Doc continuing to act controllingly and inappropriately. It wasn't until 2020 that Sarah's friends were able to convince her that this behavior was not okay, and helped her to come forward with evidence of Doc's behavior. However, as anyone who's been following the Me Too movement will know, coming forward like this often has devastating consequences for the victim.
It was relieving somewhat at the same time, because I wanted to do something about Doc for a long time. Then, a little after that, it was really anxiety-inducing seeing everybody start to formulate arguments. And then the first real bad thing that happened to me personally was when I randomly got pinged by somebody who actually does work for SEO. And fun fact, when he was 11 years old and he pretended to be a girl, Doc had also flirted with him before me. And he was just
vomit.
Dude, what the f***'s your problem? Doc rejects you. And now you turned right around and tried ruining his life for attention. And I was like, what the f*** are you talking about?
Doc released a video denying the allegations, going as far as including this audio of the developer still working under him, defending his character.
The DMs that were exchanged between Jaden and the victims were not okay, but Jaden is by no means a pedophile. He understands the clear dividing line between jokes and serious, harmful actions against others.
I'm just saying, what he did was extremely wrong, and I agree with you all with that, but he's not a pedophile.
And this is Doc speaking.
So let me start by apologizing for the things I've said. I know I shouldn't have said those things regardless of the context. Moving forward, I will not have this behavior.
But I'm not a pedophile
While I will not
thing
defend
just starts
myself
to
for the
fall
things
flat
I've
a
said
little bit
explicitly.
after
I will
you
protect
start doing
myself from the
pedophile
blatant
stuff all the
attempt at
time.
character assassination. For as distasteful as the comments I made are, they weren't genuine, nor were they filled with intent.
I did actually self-harm after the response video came out. I thought my reputation was destroyed now, Well, anyone who had any involvement in SEO was going to see this.
Now, after Sarah and her friends came forward with evidence of Doc's behavior, Roblox did delete Doc's personal account. However, this in no way removes this accused abuser from the platform or stops his income. Before Doc's account was deleted, he transferred ownership of his Sonic games to an account created specifically to hold them. According to Sarah's friends, they have asked Roblox to do something about this by using the moderation tools, emailing Roblox, asking Roblox's moderators on social media, and even delivering a handwritten note to Roblox headquarters, and the games are still there. While working on this piece, we were sent a 40-minute video of Roblox community members harassing a developer who has since left the development team.
Yeah, because you're stupid and you work with a pedophile and he pays you. Of course you're gonna disagree.
I don't really care for the money, that honestly. It's more of convenience.
It's quite something, this video. You're watching a mob of people harangue a young developer for working for an alleged abuser because they feel there's no way they're gonna get a response from Roblox. We sent Roblox the following questions. After banning the creator of the game Sonic Simulator from Roblox.com, does Roblox still intend to leave the games on the platform generating revenue for the creator? And if someone is banned from Roblox, what safeguards are in place to stop them from making a new account and continuing their behavior? Included in the bullet points Roblox sent us were these responses. We have a large, expertly trained team with thousands of members dedicated to protecting our users and monitoring 24/7 for inappropriate content, and developers removed from our platform for policy violations also lose access to monetizing. That's not true! That's what all of these people are trying to tell them again and again. Doc is still publicly leading the development of his Sonic games, as this recent update video from him proves. Doc's ban did nothing. He's still making money for Roblox and paying developers to come and work under him.
Hello everyone, Chris here with a quick addition to this video, as Quinns was actually away when this part came through. So we also got in contact with Doc to give him an opportunity to comment on what we've just shown you, and here is his response. Now you can pause the video and read through the message in full if you'd like to, but perhaps most importantly, he tells us that the messages that were originally released by Sarah and two others who came forwards in 2020, some of which you've seen recreated in this video, were taken out of context. Although later on, he does also refer to his interactions as having been immature, problematic, and unacceptable. He also claims that those messages were not the reason he was even banned from Roblox in the first place, and in a follow-up told us that another one of his accounts was banned for something which led to several accounts being banned in one go, including his main one, but he didn't wish to explain what that ban was actually for. And finally, in relation to his role on the Sonic Eclipse online team, he says, SEO follows my original vision, but that vision has been entrusted to other people to execute the blueprint. If any staff members ask me specifically about that project, I will answer them. Which makes it sound like he's what, an advisor? An external consultant?
You're probably asking, what's up with the rest of SEO? Where is it at? Well, we've been making some stellar progress as of right now, and we actually have a bunch of things.
But if we look at
oh my gosh, that's his rant, Sona. Oh, I'm gonna vomit. I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick. Yeah, he's banned for something else. He did something. Who knows?
Kyle wrote there's literally nothing to do but play games in VR. Well, Kyle.
Hello?
How about
Wait a second. What the fuck is that? What's playing right now? What's playing right now? What? I'm sorry. I need to find this. It's still playing. Wait, okay. It's an ad. I closed every tab. It's playing straight from Streamlabs? Wait. Wait, look at this. Look. This is coming straight from Streamlabs.
Spread out the firepower is. It's not as if.
All right. I'm losing my mind. We're getting away from Streamlabs as soon as possible. We're getting away from Streamlabs as soon as possible. Like, I did not think that it had to be this urgent, but apparently it is this urgent. I've just been, you know, doing my own thing. Oh, we're going to be moving away from Streamlabs over time. That's insane. That you can play an ad through my Streamlabs. Why am I still using Streamlabs? Do you want to go switch over all my stuff from Streamlabs to OBS Studio? Is that what you want? Or do you want to be the person who does that? Because if you do, go ahead. I'll let you. I'll let you, but like it's difficult. It takes time. I actually have to like either spend an entire afternoon doing it or do it like over time. Especially then I have to like make sure everything works and then have to do like test streams, and it's a lot. It's a lot to set up. Streamlabs playing ads. Listen, if they want to play ads on their website, do Godspeed. Playing your ads on this shit makes me want to vomit, bro. I'm sorry. We were busy watching this ugly ass Shadow rant Sona. Yeah, this is the real reason to do it, huh?
Making some stellar progress as of right now, and we actually have
I've been busy harassing
If you look
children.
at this video published on his channel in April of this year, you'll have heard Doc talking about his big plans for the game and his team, including this bit.
We're an 11-member team steadily regaining our footing.
That's Doc's avatar at the top there with the words owner, director, programmer, and animator next to it, which again raises the question, has Doc's role and influence changed in any meaningful way since Roblox was first alerted to the sexual messages he sent to a 12-year-old girl? The fact that these messages happened on Discord should not justify Roblox remaining silent. In any other workplace, if someone was accused of harassment, for example, whether that was through Slack or GChat or personal DMs or whatever form, it's still the responsibility of that company to take things seriously. And again, it's worth pointing out here that we've asked Roblox about Doc continuing to earn an income on their platform, and they chose not to answer that question directly.
Now, from the upsetting to the just plain unbelievable. I cannot believe we missed this in our first video. I can't believe the market analysts missed this when Roblox became a publicly traded company and went through an exhaustive valuation. So, Roblox is one of the largest sources of children's entertainment today, right? Think about other big children's brands like Lego or Disney. Think about what the market expects from these brands in terms of safety and care for their audience. Take a look at this. This is Roblox's homepage. If we just click the avatar shop and then collectibles, we arrive at something that looks totally normal, but only gets more jaw-dropping the more you study it. A shop where any Roblox user, no matter their age, can gamble, potentially making big real-life profits. But
no, don't do it. No. No, you did not bring CSGO skins to a children's game. No way, please, I'm begging you. Bro, it's set up just like OpenSea. Holy shit, wait a second. It looks like NFTs copied Roblox for their business model. It's that bad? I'm gonna be sick.
But more likely, losing some or all of their investment. What you're looking at here are collectible cosmetics that Roblox either sells a limited number of or sells for a limited time. Most recently as tie-ins with brands like Vans, the YouTuber KSI, or Swedish pop star Zara Larsson. And once this initial sale period is over, the only way that kids can get them is either by swapping items with other Roblox users or buying them direct from other Roblox users. And because the cornerstone of Roblox's economy is kids trying to look cool in front of other kids, these items immediately skyrocket in value from the $5 or $10 that Roblox sells them for. For example, here's a sparkly blue fedora that sells on average for $15,000 US.
No!
But the important part here is that Roblox always takes a 30% cut from any sale that happens on its...
No, I'm going to be sick! Stop! No way! No, please. It's like CSGO skins mixed with NFTs in the worst possible way. I didn't think I was going to be saying that today, and the more I think about the fact that I had to say it, it makes me even more... Of course they would? Yeah, of course, I guess. Yeah, capitalism for kids. This is just... It's sickening. It is actually gross. They should be... Like, where are the Congress hearings on this stuff? How did... can you imagine like how many cases of freaking champagne the like executives at Roblox cracked open once the whole like games and gambling and kids thing completely like blew over, and no one even talked about Roblox? Because like it wasn't Roblox. We're all talking about like EA or like League or something or all of that sort of stuff, but no, like Roblox wasn't touched, and they're the biggest offender.
Its platform. So the more absurdly overpriced these items get, the more money Roblox makes. There are so many reasons that this is dangerous and irresponsible. I don't know if Roblox knows much about kids, but they tend to not understand the value of money, and they tend to make bad decisions. We spoke to an Australian teenager called Jack, who does a good job of showing why Roblox continuing to mint and profit from these collectibles is a nauseating example of the company putting profits before the well-being of its audience. When Jack was 13, he managed the impressive feat of making a hit Roblox game. He called it Secret Pet Hatching Simulator, which made him 200,000 Robux. And in a heartbeat, he'd spent it.
It was really stupid back then, but like I spent it on stuff in the catalog instead of DevXing it into real money, which I really regret now. I spent like half of it and bought like 2 faces and a hat. And then after the other 100,000 finished pending and I got it in my account, I wanted this bigger item. It was called the Silver King of the Night.
There are multiple answers to this, so I'm gonna have to ask you, why did you do this?
Honestly, like, because I'd been playing the game for like 4 years at that point, and like I'd always been like looking in the catalog, always wanting those items, and like, you know, just finally being able to afford them. My mind just told me to go for it, you know?
Worse, buying these items pushed Jack below the 100,000 Robux minimum withdrawal amount, so Jack had just gone from receiving a paycheck of almost 1,000 Australian dollars from Roblox to having a paycheck of $0.
Incredible. And you know what? Here's the thing. They're talking about kids. I'm this stupid too, okay? I did the same exact thing. The only thing is I spent a lot less money and I got a cool skin. So I like Smite, okay? One skin that I've always looked at was the Nuwa Naughty or Nice skin. I've always wanted Nuwa's Naughty or Nice skin. I've played this game for like almost 10 years now, okay? I've gone through many Christmases seeing other people play the Nuwa Naughty or Nice skin. I wanted that skin, but it was always in a chest and they only sell it during Christmas time. And so I was never able to get it because when I was a lot younger, I didn't have the money to spend to do that. And they're always adding new Christmas skins, okay? So they always get the chest filled up. So I'd be like, okay, let me put $14 and I'm gonna make $14 into gems and I'm gonna get the Nuwa skin. I roll, and I don't get the skin. And you know what? I probably rolled that chest in my entire life, maybe like 10 times or something. Actually more than that. Like 12, 13 times or something, okay? Because once again, like it's 400 gems a roll, which is like $5 or something along those lines. So it's a lot of money to spend. As me as like a little stupid kid, I didn't have that type of money, so I always tried to roll. And you know what, recently, like I got a donation for the like 2 streams in a row, okay? And I loaded up Smite again, and it's Christmas time, and I'm like, I wonder where the Naughty or Nice Nuwa skin is. And I look for it, and I see it in the chest, and I see that I already have two items that are in the chest this year that I rolled for like years prior, out of like 14 or something. And I was like, you know what? I'm getting the skin today, because they added a thing where if you roll 4-5 times, you get to pick the skin, whatever skin you want that's in the chest. And I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. And so I put in $30 and I rolled. And you know what? Not in the 5 rolls that I did I ever get the skin. And I got to pick. I moused my way over to it and I clicked it and it said skin unlocked. And so I don't know how that made me feel. Like at the end, there was like a sign of relief. There's like a feeling of relief, like I finally got the skin. But also, like it was had the undertones of sadness to it too, and I'm not sure why. I've been thinking about it for the last couple of days. His story hasn't reached the worst part yet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was a little empty. I'm going to be playing with the skin this weekend, but I gotta tell you, it made me feel a little empty. Here, wait, can I show you what it was? Can I show you my Naughty or Nice Nuwa? Here, let's see. Yeah, I can show you. I can show you the card art for it. It's an old ass skin. When did the skin release? Had to be like 2014 or something like that. Here, let me see. Hey, here we go. It's a cool skin. It's a really cool skin. I've always wanted the Naughty or Nice skin. I thought it was sick. I have a bunch of it's not just, and it's, I know what you're thinking. It's not just because of that. It's not just because it's a Coomer skin. For one, like her stones are little lights, and the guys that you pull up are little gingerbread men. Like, I mean, it's cool. Like peppermint soldiers. Yeah, the masculine urge to play as a girl character. That's true. I always pick women when I get to choose character. I always get to play as the girls. No one can stop me. Listen, if I'm looking at ass the entire game, might as well keep it going, you know? Might as well be one I enjoy.